Well, guys, I don't know how to do these shows, but I keep practicing. You know, where you got a show about a little old guy on his porch trying to do YouTube. 'Cause I think I'm a stand-up comedian today. Shucky darn, you know? I got this idea when I was getting ready to go to the convenience store. But dang, like all the other people, I thought, well, I better be presentable. And in my case, that takes a whole lot. I mean, check me out. Now, I don't know. I got all these ideas on the wall. Learning this little black box and how to get a show on YouTube. Me and the slow computer deal, man. Well, I got a couple new shows I haven't put out as we're gonna check the dashboard. Woo! I got some big ones going on now, man. Oh, the problem with creativity is I've already got these out, you know. And they're doing pretty good at 1,300 views, you know. Hey, sailor, I need to look at that Camaro you got for sale. Welcome to the Youth Truth Podcast. Not to mention Silver's big show. Oh, 6 and 6, whatever. Oh, Youth Truth Podcast. The only way you get here is to type in all them letters. The Lucky Man Party. 264 on a short. And Lucky Man got 35. And my latest big feature, because you know, I'm making these videos spontaneously without a cameraman. Boy, howdy, I really appreciate it, Arthur. Smash that like button. He's excellent hardwood floor restorer. Tried to teach camera skills, but nobody has time to go to school. Take a class from the professor. You know, free school. I'm a jack of all trades, and I love my wife and all that stuff. But, you know, I can't get Angela Rose to come to the porch and show my daughter I'm a real YouTube star. You can pretend to be anything you want on YouTube. When I was making as a cameraman, it was pretty good. But, you know, dang it, Rick. I got a phone, I got a Sony, I did a couple videos on the Akaso cheap. Man, oh, it's hard to film with that. And I give it away for Christmas, but now it's too late. What about Valentine's? Not a whole lot else. My electronic portfolio is a little lacking. But the problem with electronics is, dang, I still got the oldest computer that my dad bought. Oh, I know I'm not frame. Do you want me to go in my ugly garage? Yeah, my collection of assets. I'm sure it's up there. Maybe if I could climb over and find it. There it is. There it is. I know exactly where everything is. What do you want? A cookie pen? Extras? On my grandmother's peach china cabinet, which I don't know if anybody uses anymore. You want a Route 66 license plate? Oh, man of the year. There I am. Oh, damn. Toot my own horn. I know so much just by sleeping by the TV. Just don't know. It was top of the line mini computer. A sharp. There, had them wrong. This is top of the line cassette player. When it warms up, I'll have to look again. It's a little cold on my feet out there. We did get 4 inches of snow and it's still coming down last night. Oh, but that's not gonna stop me from going to the office. My PJs, my purple PJs. I really don't know why anyone would keep that on a shelf. Anywhere from 65 to 249, depending on the buyer. Yep. That one may have the case. Yep. I gotta look at this one with built-in large speaker. Yeah, see, they all have it. Nothing big. Advertising. How you gonna do it? This is an introduction for my 3rd year project was to try and get some local YouTuber to get together and have a little chat. Now I made a video. They probably gonna get me canceled called Potent Ammo 3. It took me a few cuts. And I might put it out tomorrow. And this might be the introduction to that one. Or I might include it in the big show. Well, I'm not finished. Silver's in the news. So I thought I'd go with this new one. But I like putting them out on my big screen and watching them because I make them for the big screen. Thanks, comment. But the big show is probably going to go from ending to the boring stuff. Because if you were going to write a book about how to do YouTube, it would be the teacher's curriculum, and y'all going to be falling asleep in class. And that's why I call them books, so that you could realize you don't have to watch it all at once. I don't expect you to, but trying to get through it, because I teach marketing, market share. My target audience is a little slice of the pie, probably mostly men. My wife still doesn't understand my show, but the channels I watch are getting 200,000 views, and she won't watch them either. I don't expect her to like them. I'm looking for the people that want to make an attempt at this program, willing to put their heart and soul into practicing acting, telling jokes, and not really caring. If I put my teeth in, you guys will think I'm a drunk. See, my jewelry's falling out. Going back to getting ready to go to the convenience store and thinking about how to be a YouTube star. Dang, everyone on earth will think you're a bobblehead. Where is part of my collection? But my anniversary is tomorrow. And did I show you my wedding ring? But I've been told things about a wedding ring. You know how hard it is to be a married man for a long time. I think it's my 33rd anniversary. However, to tell the truth, I'm gonna have to plead the fifth. But I'm not ashamed of it. I just am worried about y'all canceling me. Well, I try to be Dick Van Dyke. I did a video that had Dick Van Dyke in it. Woo! He turned 100. And me checking out all the channels I study from the low life like me, and they're all doing a little better. 'Cause I'm trying to do it for as little money as possible. So to prove that the youth got a chance. Everybody doesn't appreciate my feelings. Then they should get a better chance. But things, all of them up in my head that I think about critically. Got that word out with my jewelry. There's some photos of me without my teeth on YouTube. And aren't they pretty? Man, you guys don't really realize that in my brain, I think I've done really well. To be able to sit on a porch and make YouTube, which is one of the most fun activities you can do for almost nothing. And while everybody else is sitting down typing and staring at the screen. I'm up jumping around. Doggone, I started with my person that I was trying to help in the house. Drake, young man, real young, barely legal to move into my house. But he was hurting. His mama come over trying to talk me out of renting a room to a kid holding a wad of greenbacks. Now anybody in their right mind would have done a credit check, background. I haven't even mentioned the money. Well, yeah, credit check. Oh, yeah, money. But my goal was to be a philanthropy to young men because my son passed away. That's a tough one to get out. I didn't plead the fifth. Didn't try to hide what's really happening. So if you want to get rich on YouTube, tell a story about yours truly by using the portfolio in my repertoire. Oh, got that one. Because I'm thinking about family. The ones that are really close. Because I'm the only one at the moment. They worked so hard for so long to get to the point that I can sit in my $39 rocking chair. Got it at the thrift store. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Second hand. But anybody that knows me, I got a rocking chair everywhere, man. My favorite thing. And going back to my brother-in-law, we'll keep his name incognito, but you can figure it out by looking at my channel. Paul, my brother-in-law, gave me this lighter. I wanted to write a chapter about Paul. It seems to have come up because what's happened over the holidays. It was great. And in my house, the problem is, I'm the one that's doing well. But everything's about my family, my dad's ring, how I got here. My wedding ring, had that stone mounted after, I don't know, it was 11 years. Somehow I lost my real wedding band. Now, if you want to be a writer, everybody will think you're a crazy man, because this is what you do for a living. And I don't know a single creator, writer, that couldn't have been in a similar situation. Go off to a beach house, and mine's on the tree out back. Well, see how long a time could you carry out about one subject, and how in the heck am I supposed to be able to write that fast, even when I know cursive? Never took shorthand, and I can't type that fast, and I do pretty good. 17 words a minute, maybe. Sometimes I want to use my middle finger, but I'll try to keep it together while I present myself as a God-fearing man. But as an American, I did a thing, I don't know, it's in Link. I think I want to write a story called The American Dream, but once again, I'm trying to tell you, you just gotta try and copyright it on this machine. And then, you know, who's got the money every time to pay for copyright? And I keep telling you, so far, every time I've looked it up on one of these places, see, the advertising thing, you gotta keep their name out or let it in. And I've told people that they're gonna have not a sponsor. They should kind of keep them the same. But I've told you 100 times over, anything in my house is because it was worth a darn. And therefore, and probably they're all of a different make or brand, because there's a really good one for each niche. So, the whole goal is to make the money. I've been following silver. Oh, yeah, I'm getting ready to go see an old guy and talk about silver. Remember, I think it's just a convenience store, but I'll make a big deal out of it. But silver's going weird if you study that part of economics. But on the porch, I know more about it than anyone else, because I studied it by myself. I'm a fact that it can be done if you put your mind to it. And now that I'm kicking back because I worked so hard, I'm trying to share that information with the public. Like it or not, I put my resume on my channel. Look it up. Tried like heck to keep my last name off that channel, because I don't want any enemies infiltrating the computer, cell phone, or smart TV. But when as a writer do you stop your skit and go out now that you've planned your day of fun in the sun? I sold my daddy the T-Bird. 77. Gorgeous. When I was working at the car dealership, I saved that. Not a sponsor. I want to call him up. He might remember me. 'Cause they were great people. And as a young man, I enjoyed working for them. Now, would you remember all that stuff? I think all old people do. 'Cause how many have wrote their memoirs, autobiographies, or comedy shows about themselves? I am the first generation, maybe, that can even attempt to get yourself in this flat screen. No problems. You just gotta do it. That's what my daughter told me. Just do it. Oh, I'm like, I can't type that fast. How in the heck am I going to put a picture along with the words as I write these short stories? But I'm insane. I want to be a writer. I wanted to be a lot of things. So you know what? Put your mind to work. Kick yourself in the ass and spend 15 minutes a day on yourself, trying to improve your skills. You can use them on your resume. And what's even more important is they want you to prove you can do it. So that's what I'm going to do. The Youth Truth Professor. I will remember the show's called Youth Truth Podcast. Because in the beginning, that's what I thought it was going to be. And all you got was my artwork as a liberal artist, giving credit to the man, Drake, that made it. I have an agreement with him on if I ever make a dime, he gets some. But it's like digging your own oil well, getting royalties on an oil lease. Now I may be talking way out there, but look it up. And then I start wanting to go to the convenience store, and I'm gonna have to hang up. But try talking to me on the phone. Only if you want to enjoy a couple hours talking to a friend, family, or something. But the telephone was pretty big in my day. I think Dad learned the telephone. Grandpa didn't have one. Just a one-horse buggy going around as a boy collecting copper. It's all in the book, but nobody else has read it in my family. They're all welcome to it. This is what, sooner or later, when I think I can handle how to put it up for sale. The big idea is to sell dime novels like the old Western cartoon books. How'd that thought come up? It's a pretty elaborate plan. I'll be damned if I could tell it to anybody in 30 minutes. So, would you call that chapter 1? Writing a book? The hard way on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, especially with anybody you think it could help. Thanks to all of you that are even watching more than one show. Dang, it's still on. I might have had enough batteries. But I'm sure everything's out of frame. And there's no way to do all that and wave a camera around and get a good picture. Well, guys, this is what I really want to know. Is there 9 or 10 people paying attention to the business curriculum? If so, I would love to keep going. But comment, like, subscribe. But the comments are what keep the channel going. Thank you to all 10, 20 of you out there that pay attention once in a while. Or even just one. Because this is the best ending I've come up with. Peaceful! Get a little bit, take a little chance. I could not believe that there's one guy that watches me every Monday. If I could change the life of one person, or get the grandkids, the grandparents to help the grandkids, or any of that, then my job is good. Thanks. YouTube show. Like, subscribe, comments, go ahead. Even the trolls and bobbleheads and naysayers aren't going to stop me. Try not to be a bobblehead, a naysayer, or a troll, and smash that like button, please. God. Listen to a story about a man named Steve. Well, guys, this is a short for Silver Pro by yours truly, Youth Truth Podcast. Well, you know, I had to go in and show my lady that silver popped up on my green line. Oh, it's boring to play the big game of trading on your computer, but it's fun. You know, in America, YouTube is not monetizing me because it's blocked in Belarus and Russia. I just don't understand, you know, them dictator states that can control whether an American can make money. You know, you have to make it through those countries to be monetized. Really, really, really is unfair. My opinion. It just doesn't seem right that it's visible in the free world and they can demonetize us on YouTube. YouTube algorithms. You believe them? I don't know. This one says 9. Oh, I got graphs to 10, 11. analytics. Real time, 27 views in the last 48 hours. Shows 11. And who knows? See, it was 11 there, and plus 4. I'm calling it 1. Oh, well, 1. That'd be 12. 12. I can't say it. Deception. I think they're trying to keep me from spreading good cheer. I think they're trying to keep me from spreading good cheer. You know, diggity dog.
There's a bit of an issue with, of course, the sleeper cells in the UK and across the Western world. So I appreciate your support. I will continue to do my job despite the threats against my life. But it's important to mention that things are still ongoing. And now let's go and talk about...
Right? They will not save me. It's much like Portland. If I were to be attacked, they'd probably arrest me instead. And that confrontation is taking place right now is because there's a snow mound, and it's very difficult for people to figure out where I'm doing this live shot from because Minneapolis police have pulled out, right? They will not save me. It's much like Portland. If I were to be attacked, they'd probably arrest me instead. And that's a scary thought. It's like, it feels like anarchy a little bit, and it's still early in the day. It's like 3:26 in the afternoon. We just got...
in the UK and across the Western world. So I appreciate your support. I will continue to do my job despite the threats against my life. But it's important to mention that things are still ongoing. And now let's go and talk about the situation. Of course, we are still focused on...
Just don't know. It was top of the line mini computer. A sharp. There, had them wrong. This is top of the line cassette player. When it warms up, I'll have to look again. It's a little